Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Amerilogic channel. This will be part 2 of the video White Flight. I've actually titled this video The Myth of Property Value Devaluation. I believe white flight was one of the first telemarketing campaigns in the USA. Now we know that white flight did happen. As I look back on the beginning of white flight, I realized and discovered an important element. White flight may have been one of the first massive telemarketing campaigns ever. Now you might ask, what constitutes a telemarketing campaign or telephone marketing? Well, first you need a list of targeted names of people to call, particularly the names of whites to be called regarding the influx of blacks moving into their areas or into their neighborhoods. You also need manpower, either at a real estate office or people calling from their home. Then you need the campaign itself. All the elements are there. It probably took several people nationwide to secretly spread the word regarding white flight. But why leave in the first place? Because in the late 60s era, many blacks were getting their education from colleges and universities. Now with the generation of college grads and their parents, you now have upward mobility. But these were not the people who destroyed neighborhoods. They were not the people who brought down monetary values, property values. That was a big myth. Actually, it was just the opposite. So it must have been that whites just didn't want to share their lily white neighborhoods. This is what brought about the massive campaign. The first national telemarketing campaign was white flight. Actually, educated blacks caused the housing market value to go up. These educated blacks kept their property up and spent big money on equipment. In the late 60s era, we're not talking about welfare families moving in. The influx of educated blacks is reflected even today. But that's another video. We'll talk about that later. Now you understand that white flight was not initiated for the reasons that they said. White flight was initiated from a threat of property demise. They were calling people, telling them that their property would go down, that there would be a cost regression. But simply from whites not wanting to share their land. That was the reason for white flight. They didn't want to share areas in America that should be free to everyone. Well, stay tuned tomorrow for part 3. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and be a genius. Think for yourself.